Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about Form 8829. So as you can see, this is a form for expenses for business use of your home, and this is a single page form and it has 4 parts. Part 1, part of your home used for business, figure your allowable deduction. Part 3, depreciation of your home, and part 4, carryover of unallowed expenses to 2021. So guys, this form helps to figure allowable expenses for business uses of your home on Schedule C, Form 1040, and any carryover to 2021 of amounts not deductible in 2020. You must meet specific requirements to deduct expenses for business use of your home. Even if you meet this requirement, your deductible expenses may be limited. Part 4 is used to figure any allowable carryover of expenses that are more than the limit. For details, you can see Publication 587 of IRS regarding business use of home. So guys, now we need to understand what is the principal place of business. In determining whether the office in your home qualified as your principal place of business, you must consider the following 2 items: the relative importance of activities performed at each place where you conduct business. Number 2, the amount of time spent at each place where you conduct business. Your home office will qualify as your principal place of business if you meet the following requirements. A. If you use it exclusively and regularly for administrative or management activities of your trade or business. B. If you have no other fixed location where you conduct substantial administrative or management activities of your trade or business. Now guys, let's have a discussion on who can't use the Form 8829. So you do not use the Form 8829 in the following situations: if you claim business expenses for your home as a partner, or you are claiming these expenses on Form Schedule F in Form 1040. Instead, complete the worksheet to figure the deduction for business use of your home in Publication 587 you can visit. You cannot claim expenses for business use of your home as an employee. Always remember this part, it is very important. Number 2, all the expenses for business use of your home are properly allocable in inventory cost. Instead, figure these expenses in Schedule D in Part 3. Number 3, if you have elected to use this simplified method for this home for 2020, if you had more than one home during the tax year, then you used for business use and can use the simplified method for only your home. Use Form 8829 to claim expenses for business use of other home. For more information about simplified method, see the instruction for Schedule C in Publication 587. Now, let's have a discussion who can deduct expenses for business of a home. Generally, you can deduct the business expenses that apply to a part of your home only if that part is exclusively used on a regularly basis. Number 2, as your principal place of business for any of your trade or business, as a place of business used by your patients, clients or customers to meet or deal with the normal course of your business, trade or wholesale. Your home must be only fixed location for your trade or business. Now let's have a discuss for line number 3 in Part 1, daycare facilities. So guys, what is daycare facility? If you use space in your home on a regular basis in the trade or business of providing daycare or may be able to deduct the business expenses even though you use the same space for non-business purpose. To qualify for this exception, you must have space for applied for or not have been rejected, been granted, or be exempt from having license, certification, registration, or approval as a daycare center or as a family or or daycare home under state law. Now we are going to discuss about expenses related to tax exempt income. Generally, you cannot deduct expenses that are allocable tax exempt income. However, if you receive a tax exempt personage allowances or a tax exempt military housing allowances, your expenses for mortgage interest, mortgage insurance premium, and real property taxes are deductible under the normal rules. No deduction is allowed for other expenses allocable to tax exempt allocation. So guys, now we will see, we have already discussed the part 1 part, like the area used regularly and exclusively for business. You have to put the square feet of the area used for business activity and the total area of your home. Then the software will calculate the percentage of that, and also for the sorry, then you come to part 2, figure your allowable deduction. See, these are very self-explanatory, like number 9 casualty clauses, 10 deductible mortgage interest, real estate taxes, what I have already discussed, and also like rent, insurance, repairs, maintenance, utilities, other expenses, whatever is used, either direct expenses or indirect expenses for the business activity. If it is related to directly involvement, if it is directly involved to the business, then report in direct expenses section, and if it is not related to direct or it is indirect, then report here in indirect column. Now you can see that total allowable expenses for business use of your home, then in line 36. Now come to part 3, depreciation of your home. Enter the smaller of your home adjustment basis or its fair market value, value of land, basis of building, business basis of building, depreciation percentage. And now part 4, carryover of unallowed expenses to 2021. Over operating expenses, excess, casualty, loss and depreciation. Okay, now let's have a look in RIC software how it works. See guys, you can see the form 8829 office in home. Here you can see if it is used for business, farm, employee business expenses, partnership, farm rental, rental real estate. You have to choose in between those. Then part 1, what I have already told you, square feet home used for exclusively for business, total square feet home. Now use the simplified method. Daycare facilities, area used, part home for business, total hours used, total hours available, special computation of certain daycare facilities. Part 2, income from business, you have to report here. Now directly related to the home office, not directly related to home office. I have to report here like the casualty losses, deductible mortgage interest, real estate taxes, excess mortgage interest, excess real estate taxes, insurance, rent, everything, whatever comes and whatever relates to home office, you have to report everything here. And in the part 3, smaller basis of FMB, fair market value, value of land, depreciation percentage, depreciation allowances. So guys, if you provide all the information in form 8829, this will flow to schedule C. See, you can get this information in line number 30. Expenses for business use, this is schedule C. Line number 30, expenses for business use of your home. Do not report these expenses elsewhere, attached from 8829. So guys, everything whatever you report in form 8829, this will flow to here in line 30 of schedule C. So guys, just quickly recap what we have discussed for 8829. It is basically expenses for business use of your home, and 8829 really helps you to figure allowable expenses for business use of your home on schedule C form 1040, and any kind of carryover to 2021 of amounts non-deductible in 2020. You must meet specific requirements to deduct expenses for business use of your home. Even if you meet these requirements, your deductible expenses may be limited. Part 4 is used to figure any allowable carryover of expenses that are more than the limit. For details, you can see publication 587, business use of home. And you have to be very careful for understanding whether it is principal place of business or not. In determining whether the office is or home qualified as your principal place of business, you must consider the following two items: the relative importance of the activities performed at each place where you conduct business. Number 2, the amount of time spent at each place where you conduct business of your home office will qualify as your principal place of business if you meet the following requirements. These are very important, guys. If you use it exclusively and regularly for administrative or management activities of your trade or business, you have no other fixed location where you conduct substantial administrative or management activities of your trade or business. Now guys, always remember that now who can deduct business expenses in your home. Generally, you can deduct business expenses that apply to a part of your home only if that part is exclusively used on a regular basis as your principal place of business. For any of your trade or business as a place of business used by a patient, client or customer to meet or deal with in the normal course of your business, trade or wholesale, your home must be fixed location of your trade or your business. So guys, I guess you understood what I have told you during this video and you liked it. Just slight recap of daycare facility as well. If you use space in your home on a regular basis in the trade or business of providing daycare, you may be able to deduct the business expenses even though you use the same space for non-business purpose. To qualify for this exception, you must have applied for license, certification, registration and approval of daycare. Okay, so guys, here I conclude this video. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Goodbye.